All right, so I'm just working, and I say, you know what? I've had this. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Like, look, this is a butterfly, right? And this, as we know, is a caterpillar, right? So we got butterfly, we got a caterpillar. For those who don't know, these eventually become these. You got it? These eventually become these. My question that I've been pondering is, but I can't formulate. You ever get like those things that come across your mind and you're like, you can't formulate it and tell it to other people? Well, this is one of those things. So my question was, and maybe you guys can help me formulate it. All right, so does this butterfly know that it was once this? A caterpillar, right? Again, my question, this is one of my questions. And if you know the answer to this, or if you can help me formulate this, I would greatly appreciate it, because I know it means something. I just don't know exactly what it really is, right? So this is the butterfly. Does the butterfly at any point in its life know that it was once this? Okay, so now let's go to the other side, right? My other question was, does this caterpillar at any point in its life know that it's going to eventually become this? Does this know that it's eventually going to become this? All I want to know is what the answer to that is. Now, if I'm going to assume that the answer is they don't know either way, I know that we can take something from this and see it in our own lives. Like, really think about it. If the caterpillar knows that it's going to eventually become this, he has some choices to make. You see what I'm saying? He has choices to make. If he is told, and if he knows that he's going to eventually become this, he has choices to make. But the fact that they don't know, and that's just what I'm assuming. I'm assuming this doesn't know that it's going to eventually become this. Could you imagine the conversation you would have to, or what you would have to show him, right? You're going to sell him. It's so easy to sell a butterfly. Look at what you're going to become. Look, you're going to be beautiful. You're going to be admired by everybody. People are going to want to take pictures of you. When people think of change for the better, they're going to think of this butterfly. But that doesn't mean he's going to want to change. He or she is going to want to change. That doesn't mean that they're just going to want to change if they're given the choice. And then you ask it the same exact way, but from the other direction. Does the butterfly know that he was once this? You ever see those people who become so successful that they forget where they came from? And they don't want to include that in their story. Look at this. This means something, but I don't know what it means. But I believe we can learn from anything. And this is just a thought that I've just been having. I just can't articulate it the right way. It's so simple. So what do we have, right? What does this butterfly have? Can you imagine if the butterfly knew that he was once a caterpillar? You talking about post-traumatic, what is it called? Post-traumatic syndrome or whatever you call it. You talking about that? That's what this butterfly gonna have for the rest of his life. I'm just trying to understand though. Do they know? Because my thing to this whole idea is like, yo, we are designed to be great. And it's going to take a lot. Listen, we know if we're we know if we're going to be this or if we're going to be this. And see, we have the choice. Just like the caterpillar, if he had a choice to become this, it may not always be that decision that he makes. So think about this in your life. Like really, really think about it. Where are you at in your life right now? Where are you? Maybe you don't believe, right? Maybe you don't believe that this is going to work for you, right? Maybe you believe that. Maybe you believe you're not going to live the type of life that you really want to live. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to stay looking all pretty. Caterpillars are nice. They live good lives. But there's something more. There's something more. Right? And listen, when you become that butterfly, this is what I'm telling you. When you become that butterfly, you're not going to have the choice to remember where you came from. That just is, right? We all came from somewhere, and that's all it is. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Like, what have you grown from? Like, what have you really grown from, though? Acknowledge all of that, because that right there is going to be the thing that helps you lift other people, inspire other people. Just telling your story. That's really what it is. If the butterfly knew that he was once a butterfly, all he would do is tell his story. That's all he'll do. He'll just tell his story like, yo, it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be confusing. Like, yo, it's mad weird. Yeah, yep. You see me like this? Yeah, I was once this. You just got to hold on. But again, I don't believe that they knew. I don't believe that he or she knows that they were once this. And I don't believe this believes that, yeah, this is how life works. If you can help me formulate this, or if you have a comment on this, like if you're like, yo, that's kind of interesting, yo, hit me up, tell me. Intriguing, I agree. Know you appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, what is it? Post-traumatic? Yeah, post-traumatic stress. Seriously. But this is what it is. This is the caterpillar, and this is the butterfly. Again, if you want to keep the conversation going, my question, I had 2 questions, right? And my 2 questions was, does a butterfly know that it was once a caterpillar? That's the first question. Does the butterfly know that it was once a caterpillar? That's question number one. Question number two is, the second question that I had was very simple. It was this: does the caterpillar know that it's going to one day be this? Again, does the caterpillar know that it's going to one day be this? And since we're just summing it up, again, I just want to let you guys know, I don't believe that they know. Either way, I don't believe that they know. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I would love for you guys to keep this conversation going, like straight like that. I would appreciate it, because this means something. And listen, it's hard, right? No matter who you are, it's hard. Where you the butterfly and you got to remember your story. Yeah, that's difficult. But what are you? You the caterpillar? Man, that's... Gosh. All right, so I'm out of here. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed or found value in this video, please share it. Please share it. And then if you want to catch any of my like regular videos, you can actually check them out on youtube.com/Billionaire Brown online. All right. Matter of fact, it's right here, right? Look at that. Yeah, and I'm really trying to grow this channel. Look, 33,000 even, 260 subscribers. That means people are watching my stuff, but I don't have enough people. So when you come here, just hit subscribe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll like it, just like everybody else. I just want to get the word out. Like, look, this channel is like real safe. You know what I'm saying? You can, and some of them, you can have your kids watch it too. You can watch it at like a business meeting. You can watch some of them at church. What we got? We got that, what, Pastor Noah, right? Let me see. Yo, you remember this dude? Listen to Rocky,
Website. Choose from hundreds of templates. While I appreciate your improvement and I recognize it, the rest of the team is 290. You've got to move up, and so, but he or she.
So
what happens every day when you take on your role as the leader is you're in a tug of war. You're trying to bring people up to your standards, and they're trying to bring you down to theirs. It's that tug of war. So, for example, you know.
All right. Yep. Good. This was funny too. Wait. Oh no, there you go. Hold on. There's Pastor Robinson right there. Didn't you see him? Pastor Noah. Alright, let's see. Because somebody, that's why. Yo, hit subscribe, Billionaire Brown online.
Ask your two children and your wife, what is one thing that they love about you? What would your boy say? What would your girl say? What would your wife say?
That they love about me. My boy would say that he plays video games with me and plays basketball or football with me. My girl would say, if you can understand what she's saying, she'd probably say that I pick her up. My wife say that he supports me.
And how big is support in a relationship?
Oh man, it's huge. If you're not,
can you make it without it? Or
I don't necessarily.
Can you reach your full potentiality in a relationship where you're not getting support?
Oh, absolutely not. And I don't even know if I could term it a relationship if you're not getting support. I would term it a situation.
All right, you got to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let me Avon real quick. Yeah, everybody knows about Avon.
You
Yeah.
ever? No, not Red. You ever seen this movie here, Facing the Giants?
I didn't know.
Yo, you should watch this movie with you, your wife, and your two boys, man. This is a very inspiring movie. My mom put me onto it, and it has, there's a scene in the movie. It's a football movie. It's a scene in the movie where it's exactly what you're just talking about. Like, if you reflect on it, or if you realize, oh, I'm here, that's going to shoot you in your own leg.
Right.
But there's this part here where they were doing the death crawl, and the coach blindfolded them and said the kid only thought he could do like 10 yards.
Oh, you know what? I seen that. I seen that. No, I didn't see the movie, but I did see that. I see that scene.
Yo, the movie is incredible, man.
Okay.
It reminds me of what you're talking about right now, because, yeah, reflection is a big thing. And we do have to reset our goals once we do obviously get there. I've had a lot of my mistakes as well, my ups and downs, and it all came from exactly the same thing. And I think all successful people have that in common. Now, here's what I wanted to do.
All right, so yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for being here with me. Yeah, and then you could, if you need anything, that's richbefore30.com. You know what I'm saying? And you could shop. Boom. This is my favorite program right here, though. Like this right here, that joint crazy. The feedback is nuts. You like that?
No, I don't. I love it.
Preach. Alright, yeah. So we out of here. Alright. Thanks for sharing, guys.